Closeness and consideration of a partner is key in the rise and continuance of synergy and love in a relationship. Even a detached neutrality will never amount to anything, and certainly anything to the opposite effect will eventually produce a great distance. And yet many could not know this, and so their lives of love and even friendship rode on to ruin. Yet all comes rather naturally when one is as close to another as can be, when that relationship is true. The origin of the universe, and then life, is the ultimate detective story, and the enjoyment of living is its ultimate manifestation. Some, like the Khmer Rouge and others, could never know this, and so it would become a part of my job to help dispatch them, if only for a little bit part. I had helped the army finish the development of software that could track movement. The enemy carried long metal objects known as rifles and shorter ones known as pistols and general weapons. And these were what were tracked, not the people, but of course they were usually with or near the soldiers. The motorcycle churns the dirt of the trail, its first gear pulling us up and up, through twists and turns, over roots and rocks, towards the camp retreat. In late afternoon, raising up the sun a bit, or sometimes even at night, raising up the stars, with our water and goods in the saddlebags. Here the tent, the soft moving airs, and the lightness of being. Then later on, the soft pillows of sleep, into the dawn, below the shooting stars. Existence ever trumps essence. Here today, gone to Maui. Twilight, dawn, or dusk are the still points of the noise, the day-night neither here nor there, but in equipoise. As the motorcycle races down the Pali Highway at 90 mapa, the ultimate symphony begins to play, as emotions in the state of being. Misadventure rides on the back. We then cross the deep blue ocean, aboard the ferry to Maui. We had come upon the pot plantation on Maui, whose owners I had known from a previous excursion. Jake and Jill really resided on the hazy boundary of legal and not, but we would keep their secret. We next took a ferry to Kauai, a rare destination. It's a quiet island, one good for honeymooners and sightseeing, containing the legendary Bali High and the Waimea Canyon, which is lined by a cliff road that was not much of a road at all, and there was no fence or railing. We had next driven to the end of Kuhio Highway 56, reaching the exotic Haina State Park, located on the north shore of Kauai, often referred to as the end of the road. We were tucked against the Nepali cliffs in this Haina State Park. Haina is usually translated as red hot. When the sun is down on the right side of the Nepali cliffs, the scene turns to a deep and perfect red, and this is where many couples have envisioned a beach wedding. The 230-acre park is situated at the terminus of the North Shore Drive and is host to Lumahai Beach, Haina Beach, Ka Beach, and a spectacular 1,280 ft cliff named Bali High. The cliff and these beaches have also been the locations for several well-known songs and movies, as in the film almost titled Bali High, set in the South Pacific, and then given that name. 1 mile to the east is Lumahai Beach, which is actually 3 beaches in various degrees of connectedness, depending on how the sand builds up. It is visually stunning, with black lava cliffs, white sand, blue ocean, and green jungle. It's always great for running on the soft sand, then swimming in the fresh water of the mouth of Lumahai River, and playing in the waves where the river meets the ocean. When I was 7 years old, My mother had taken me to see the movie, South Pacific, and somehow that had steered me to Hawaii. And now, here I was, at Bali High. It had glued onto me across the years.